Climate change is actually where we're going to begin this morning because President Biden has arrived in Scotland hoping to restore America's credibility and leadership on tackling the problem. He left Rome this morning to attend the UN Climate Change Conference in Glasgow alongside leaders of other countries that adopted the 2015 Paris Agreement. All of this comes after the president spent the weekend in Italy at the G20 summit. Weijia Jiang has been traveling with Mr. Biden, and she is in Edinburgh, Scotland for us this morning. Weijia, how are you?
I'm great, Tony, and I hope you guys are as well. President Biden put climate change at the front and center of his agenda on day one when he rejoined that Paris Agreement after his predecessor pulled out of it. But as this summit is unfolding here in Scotland, lawmakers in his own party continue to negotiate legislation that includes more than $500 billion to help combat the problem.
They know me, I know them. We can get things done together.
President Biden argued his personal relationships with other world leaders allowed them to make tangible progress at the G20 summit in Rome.
We passed a number of things here to end the subsidization of coal. We made commitments here from across the board, all of us, in terms of what we're going to bring to the G26.
But he said when it comes to climate change, the focus should be on what countries like Russia, China, and Saudi Arabia are not doing.
Not only Russia, but China basically didn't show up in terms of any commitments to deal with climate change.
The leaders who attended the summit pledged to work to limit global warming, but offered few firm commitments. Secretary of State Antony Blinken insisted the talks were a launching point for future work.
This is not tomorrow's problem. This is today's problem.
President Biden also faced questions about his political standing back home. A new poll shows his approval rating has declined by 7 points since August, and 71% of Americans say the country is headed in the wrong direction.
I didn't run to determine how well I'm going to do in the polls.
The president was hopeful that both his Build Back Better agenda and infrastructure bill would pass in Congress by the end of next week.
Combined, they have $900 billion in climate resistance and dealing with climate and resilience. And it's the largest investment in the history of the world that's ever occurred. And it's going to pass.
But progressives like Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders want assurances that moderate Democrats, namely Arizona's Kyrsten Sinema and West Virginia's Joe Manchin, are fully on board.
You don't have to have all of the legislative language, but you have to have a statement which says A, B, C, D, and E is going to be in the package, and 50 members of the Senate are supporting it.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, who did not come on this trip with President Biden, tested positive for COVID-19 on Sunday. In a statement, Psaki said that she last saw President Biden on Tuesday before the trip when they sat outside more than 6 feet apart with masks. The White House says President Biden tested negative yesterday. He is scheduled to be here in Scotland for the next couple of days, helping to put together a global framework on climate change, and he plans to be back in Washington on Wednesday. Nate?
From global warming to his Build Back Better plan, he has his plate full, that's for sure. Weijia, thank you.